When you, shall we say, first dip your teeth, into the world, shall we say, of online, shall we say, politics, or at least online YouTube, you will come across people mostly on the right, or people sort of masquerading as centrists when they are espousing some pretty right-wing views, but they're just centrist guys. But they just don't like what the left's doing. But what the right's doing is a-okay. Yeah. One of their big key talking points has been for years, going all the way, not only just back to 2016, but beyond, has been the idea that freedom of speech, or free speech, whatever you want, if you want to meme it, call it free speech. But they were committed to this very idea that free speech was under attack in this country, that, oh my God, if you lived in the UK, your free speech was going to end at any moment. The leftists are coming to get you. When it was, the conservatives that have been in power all this time, they were the ones passing very, very draconian laws around the internet, very much, into the free speech stuff. But oh no, it wasn't the right, it was the left. And this is what it was always about. It was a grift. It was a massive, colossal grift. Very, very much aimed at trying to get, especially the right wing America, trying to glob on to culture wars. This is why a lot of the time, whenever I see, right wingers talking about, oh my God, free speech is gone. Oh my God, I've lost my Twitter account or whatever. I'm just not interested in it, because they've still got their freedom of speech. But very often they go above and beyond. Most of these, right wingers who claim that, oh my God, I lost my Twitter account or whatever, when you actually look into why they lost it, they were breaking the TOS, or terms of service. And, when you create a YouTube channel or anything like that, the second you create it, and bear in mind, these platform owners like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube are very, very explicit. And they go, hey, you're creating this account. By the way, here are the rules. You probably want to follow them. So they have been complaining about, oh my God, we're losing free speech, etc., etc., while gaining thousands upon thousands of views, having massive voices on these platforms. But oh no, my freedom of speech is being taken away, while they have millions and millions of people watching them every single day. It's all one big massive grift. But as we've said, continuously, these people do not really care about free speech. Maybe when it's their own, because, oh no, they lost their Twitter account or whatever, maybe they care, because obviously that's their income. But when it's, should we say, other people's free speech, or when it's, people on the left, they don't care. I had a conversation with Count Dankula, what was it, 3-4 years ago, and I brought up the case to him of, well, what about Mary Beard? For those of you who don't know this, Mary Beard is one of Britain's top classicists. She is an expert in Roman, classical history. This is like the top person of academics in the country when it comes to this subject. She even debated Boris Johnson on who was the bigger influence in today's Western world, the Greeks or the Romans. That's how big she is. And you'd think a person like this would be a shoo-in to get one of the top jobs at the British Museum. Right? Top of a field, top of a game, top job material. But in one of the rarest moments ever used. The British government stepped in and tried to block her from getting that top job. Why did they try and block her from getting that top job? Because she supported remaining. They didn't like that such a person getting a top job at the British Museum, as good as she is, for saying that type of thing, she was going to get barred from that job. Lado's response was, "Don't care." wait. You're a free speech warrior. Don't you care? And of course, ever since this law has been coming in about the very much trying to, I think, go after, quote, loud, noisy, and disruptive protesters, which it's a protest. Have you ever been to a protest? They're always loud. But these were laws very much targeted at trying to get rid of Extinction Rebellion. And to an extent, I can, to an extent, we saw the disruption that Extinction Rebellion did. The police themselves said, yeah, we can handle this. We've already got the laws we need. We really don't need these laws. We really don't need them. And of course, Priti Patel forced these through. And of course, yesterday they came into effect. And of course, the first victim, unfortunately, of these laws, potentially, of course, now going to go to the High Court. By the way, if you look up the Steve Bray Fund, you will be able to find it quite easily. Go and drop the guy a couple of pennies. Yeah, this is going to get challenged in the High Court straight away, and it is going to be Steve Bray challenging it. The man who was infamously known as the Stop Brexit man. Basically had his, freedom of speech take away, his right to protest, a core of freedom of speech. But of course, where were all these free speech warriors? Absolutely nowhere to be seen. Not one tweet, not one mention, not even a video. Someone actually generally having their freedom of speech taken away, you'd think these guys would be all over it. But of course, no, they're not. At the end of the day, to them, it's all about the grift. And you can always tell when people are about the grift, because when something like this happens, they don't really care because, they probably can't make any money off poor Steve Bray. But good on for Steve Bray for standing his ground, challenging the police, and indeed probably taking this issue to the Supreme Court, and hopefully getting this overturned and overruled. So good on Steve. I hope this rule gets overturned, and I hope we get these essential rights and freedom of speech restored back to us in very quick order. So, as always, thank you very much for watching the channel. Please do remember to hit that like and share button on your way out. And of course, we'll see you all next time.